This is Sai Kumar Kurtivada. In this video, we will learn about nested routes in modular approach. We have configured our routes in our previous video by using modular approach as well as standalone approach. In this video, we will focus on the nested routes in modular approach, and in the upcoming videos, we'll focus on nested routes using standalone approach. So let me quickly jump into Visual Studio. Here, if you see, I have a app.module.ts, app.component.html and routing file. So what I'll do is I'll just go and create some set of components for our scenarios. So for that sake, let me create a module with a routing that is nothing but a products. ng generate component, or first generate the module with a name called as products with hyphen routing. So I'm creating a routing file and a module file. And now I want to create a component called as ng generate component, and the component name is products with hyphen skip hyphen tests. I don't want to create the test files, so let me hit enter. Now you have created a products component and a products module. So this is how we will be creating our modules and the respective components. So now I'll just configure this products as a default route. So how I can do that? By using a object called as path, and which is empty, and I want to use a redirect to, and the redirect to is products, and path match, let me give it as full. Already I have explained all about default routes as well as default paths and how to configure our lazy loading as well. So in the next path, I just want to add one more path where path is equal to products, and I want to use a lazy loading. For that sake, let me use load children because we are going with a modular approach. So let me give a function which imports our products module dot slash products dot module dot then, and let me use a module which implies module dot products module, and save this. Now go into this products module and configure your products routes. So here I want to go with a products route, and let me give a path which is a default path which is prefixed by your app routing module. In the app routing module, I have products, and here inside this I have a default path that indicates it is equivalent to your products. And let me give a component called as products component and save this. Let me run this. Already it is running in the other terminal. Let me go into Visual Studio Code. Here you can see product works because I gave the default path as products. Now inside these products, let me create a set of table with an array. Let me go here and go into the products component. Here let me create one array that is nothing but products, and I want to have a list of products. So ID is equal to 1, and then name is equal to milk, and save this. Let me create all these products, copy this, paste and paste, save this, and let me use an ID 2, and here I want to use as chocolates, and here let me use something like curd, and this is my third product. Let me save this. I want to showcase these products in my product.component.html. Let me go into product.component.html and just remove this and create a table, and this table contains a tr, and this tr contains a th, and that is nothing but number, that is a serial number, and let me give th with a name of the product, and let me go into one more tr, and this tr, what it should do is it is something like a body, t body, and inside this t body let me paste this and format this. Now inside this t body I just want to loop this. So for that sake, let me use star ng for and equal to, I'll give let product of products. This products is an array. Already I have explained you about ng for in my Angular tutorials. Please watch that for better understanding. And now what I want to do is I want to display all the td cells, that is table data, and the data is something like product.id, and let me use the same thing like td, copy this and paste here product.name. So it will display an id as well as name. And now let me create one more td where this td contains a button that is nothing but view. and save this. Let's see how it looks in our UI. Let me go here. You can see view and all this, but it is not properly configured. For that sake, let me copy this and create something like actions and save this. Now you have 3 columns and 3 rows. This is not properly aligned. So for that sake, let me go into products.scss file and create table comma tr comma th comma td with a border 1 pixel solid black and save this. Now you can see they are properly aligned. Now our scenario is when I click on this view, it has to go to products/1. That means a child route should be created like this, products/1. That means the parent should be followed and we have to pass some set of IDs further so that it will become a child route for us. For creating a child route, I'll use one more module called as I just want to create inside these products. It's up to you, wherever you want to create, you can create. But in my case, I'm just configuring this as a child route. That's why I always prefer to create inside this, because that product will be visible only when you go from products. So that's why I'll create a module inside this products. Let me go inside this products, cd space src app and products, and let me create ng generate module, and the module name is product with a routing file, because it is a separate page. Again, I want to lazy load because I want to load that on demand basis. When the user clicks on a particular view button, that product should be visible. Let me hit this, and now it has created a routing file as well as module file. Now let me clear this off and let me create a component called as ng generate component, and the component name is product. And let me use skip test. I don't want to create the test file for this. Let me hit enter. Now it has created a module and it has updated the module along with this component. Now let me close all this. Let me configure this as a child route for our products. So who is our parent? Our parent route is app routing. Let me go into app routing, and here we have a module called as products module. Let me go into the products module, and it has its own routing, which is a products routing. Let me go into products routing, and inside this I want to create a child route. Here the first child route is empty path, which has a prefix of products. Now I want to have a dynamic path where I need to pass an ID and save this. Let me pass a load children because it is another module for us. So let me go with an import where this import will contain ./product/product.module then of m implies m dot product module. We need to identify why we are using a product module as a separate module, because if I am not using the product modules, then all the components should be configured in our products. If you are configuring like this, even if you are in the products page, product component will also load in your DOM. So I don't want to do that, because before clicking this, product page will not be visible. That means product detail page is not visible. But if we are using in the same declarations or same module, then the lazy loading will not happen. I have explained about lazy loading in my previous videos. Watch for better understanding. And now let me go into products routing module, and here I have configured product module. So whenever I give products/some ID, then it will go into this products module. Let me go into products module, and here this is my products module. Now what I'll do is I'll configure this products module. For this, the path will be empty, because whenever we want to navigate to the product, we have to come from products, select some product and come to product. That means this path will be products/ID. That means it is having a parent as well as child path. So for that sake, let me use a component, and this component is nothing but a product component. Let me save this. Now this component will have a path like products/some ID. So we have to navigate to this product component by using that ID. So let me go into our products and create a click event. So let me go into products.component.ts and let me create one function called as navigate to product by ID, and it should receive some set of ID which is a number, and now this has to be passed via routing. So for that sake, let me create a constructor and let me add a private, and let me use a service called as router service, which is given by routing module of Angular, and that is nothing but router. And inside this, let me make it as empty. And now whenever the user calls this method, what it has to do is it has to pass the navigation router dot navigate of, I need to have the parent one, that is products is my parent, and I need to pass an ID for this so that it will go to product component. So let me call this on our view button. So let me go here and use a click event, and let me call this, and let me pass my whole product, or you can pass only ID. Now I'll pass ID because I am receiving only ID here, and that will be received in an ID format, and that will be passed to your products slash ID. So whenever you call it as product slash ID, what it will do is it will go into app routing and it will search for the products. Yes, it has the products. Then it will go into products module and it will initialize your routing, and whenever the routing is initialized, it is expecting an ID, that means not empty path. Whenever it is matching with exact path, then it will go into particular module, and this module will be loaded here, this routing will be loaded, and it has a default path, therefore this component will be loaded. Let me go into browser and let me reload this. Let me click on this. You can see product slash 1 and you are able to see product works. Let me go back and you can see product 2 and we are able to see this product. So let me go with lazy loading. So here let me go into SRC and let me go back, and if you see I have only two modules, one is product module and products module. So here what I'll do is just I'll try to reload this. Okay, now I'm in the products page, so only the products module will be loaded in your app. You can see here only product module and product components has been loaded, but when you click on this view, then immediately your product component along with its routing along with its module has been loaded. That's how the lazy loading works. But why we are specifically doing this video? It is especially to make this as parent and child routes. To understand parent and child routes, that means nested routes, we are doing this. Nested routes means the current component will depend on the parent route. Here in this case our product is depending on products page, because without a products page the user cannot come to product page. That is the only reason we are using nested routes. Nested routes should be created whenever you want to follow the parent route. In this case the parent route is products and the child route is 1. That means product ID. If you want to have more details about the product and if you want to go to another page of the product, then you can follow one more route. Let's do that. So what I'm doing is I'm just creating the product, and inside this product, and now let me go into the product, cd space product and ng generate module. I have already used that command. Let me hit enter and let me create the component as well. Enter. So now I have created a product. Inside the product I have product details. Why? Because our folder structure should be in a way how we have created our routings. So let me go here, and when the user clicks on the product details, so let me go into product component .html, and here let me create a paragraph which shows an product ID, and let me show that product ID here, and also just I'll create a button where view details page, and now let me go into TS file, and here inside the constructor let me get that activated route, because I want to get some data from our routing URL, activated route, and save this. So let me create one ID here, ID colon any, just I'm creating an any, and now this dot ID is equal to this dot activated route dot snapshot dot params dot ID. So if you remember, I have explained about the activated route in my previous video, and also I have explained about how to get the parameters from the URL. So here I'm able to get this ID, and I will showcase this ID over here. Save this. Now when the user clicks on this view details page, then I have to navigate to some other route, that is details page. So for that sake, let me create a click event here, and this will be having a navigate to details page. So I want to navigate to the details page, and let me save this. Let me create this method here, and what this should do is it has to navigate. For that sake, let me create a private variable which is again a router, and this will be a router. So when the user clicks on that particular details page button, then immediately I have to navigate to some other route, where the route will be first as products because that is a base route, and the next one is ID. So let me use this dot ID, and then I'll be using some other route that is nothing but details page. So this details, I don't want to have any dynamic value, just I'm using details as a static value. Let me save this. And now, so how it goes is, first it will go into app routing, and from here it will go into app module, and from here it will go into product routing, and from product routing it will go into product module, and inside this product routing module. So till here we can pass an ID, but I want to pass one more path, which is something like a static path details, and this time I want to load a children. That load children should be one of the module, and that module is dot slash product detail slash product detail module dot then, which is a promise based, and module dot product detail module. Let me save this. Now let me go into product detail module and configure our route, and the route is empty path. That means it is followed by two parents. One is your product routing and one is your products routing. So path with empty, and the component is product details component. Let me save this. Now go back. If you see here, first you can go to products, and let me reload. You can see only the products route is loaded, and you don't have any other folders. Let me click on this. One more folder has been added with product/1, and when I click on view details page, products is the parent and product is also a parent. When I click this, it becomes details and it went to product details page. So that is how you have navigated from parent with grandparent, and it came to a actual component. So here you can see again it loaded one more module called as product details module. So this is how you generally configure your nested routes in Angular. It is very useful whenever you have the nested routes. Please configure with lazy loading. If you are not configuring with the lazy loading, all the components which are related to products, that means products component, product detail component, all will be loaded at a time when the user does not want it. Always load the components or load the pages on demand basis. Without on demand basis, if you are trying to load, that will always be a performance issue. In the upcoming video, I'll show how we can do the same scenario by using lazy loading in standalone approach. That means nested routes in standalone approach. Hope you like my explanation. If you like my video, like, share, subscribe to my channel for more updates. Signing off. Thank you.